Calvary Messiah jacked up? So Calvary Messiah jacked up by this question here. I'm just thinking here, for all the people who read the New Testament and say that Christ was supposed to come and die and he was the Son of God and he was a Hebrew and so on. Now, if he was a Hebrew from Judah and the Creator, who supposedly his father, sent him to die, and he is the perfect Lamb of Calvary, as your New Testament says and your beloved Apostle Paul said, now if he comes and he's a perfect sacrifice and we don't need to offer any more sacrifices for sin, why is it that it took him over 3 decades to be killed? He is the perfect lamb, and they must kill a lamb at every Passover. When they killed him from the first Passover when he was a small child, like an infant, the lamb is here. When he's 10 years old, 20 years old, why they don't kill him? Every Passover comes, and the laws from the Torah say you must get a certain, like a specific kind of lamb with no blemishes and so on, and you must have the lamb just being a certain kind, all the specifications that they give. It must be carefully selected, or the priest cannot offer it. So that means that you are looking at all the lambs you have, and you are passing over this one, you're passing over that one, you're selecting only the best. But you get the best to the point where the New Testament says he is a perfect sacrifice, the perfect lamb. And you go and you select lesser lambs all these years from the Torah, but when the perfect one comes, you don't sacrifice him. You wait until the Romans kill him. So since the Romans killed him, the Hebrews never at any time offered up a sacrifice that was perfect to the Most High, seeing that the Romans killed the perfect sacrifice themselves. That means that the Hebrews were supposed to be wise with the wisdom of the God of Israel. Never ever offered that perfect sacrifice at Calvary of Jesus or Yahweh or Yahushua or Yeshua, the perfect Lamb of God. They sat for 30 years or so and watched the perfect lamb run around until the Romans got angry with him for what he was carrying on with and killed him. Why didn't they offer that perfect lamb all the time? Every year, year after year. Why not? Because it is fake. New Testament is jacked up. Calvary is jacked up. The Calvary God is jacked up. In this video, one more time. The perfect lamb. And they don't do anything with him. No priest in the New Testament said, whoa, pop their eyes out. The most perfect lamb, we gotta offer this one. This will save us from the Romans. They're in our country taking us over and ruling over us and so on. This will change everything. The perfect lamb, the sacrifice chosen by God and sent down here. And they disregarded the perfection of the chosen sacrifice. Man was choosing the sacrifice in the Old Testament all along in the Torah. But this time, the Creator himself chose the lamb. Now, you know, this is just like pure perfection because it's chosen not by Aaron, not by Moses, not by any other high priest, but chosen by the Creator himself. And Israelites disregard what the Creator did in choosing that, and it's like they didn't care. So did they love the Lord? Did they love God? Did they love the Creator? Did they love the God of Israel? No, because they looked at his sacrifice, they let him walk around for 30 years till he got frustrated teaching, trying to reach them, and they wouldn't even care much about him. He's like, I would have gathered you so often like a hen gathers her chick. Why? Because they were ignoring him until a lot of them left him. And he turned to his own disciples like, look, will you also leave me? You see, most of the people didn't even care about the perfect lamb that the Creator put together and sent. And the Creator put the perfect lamb right in their midst. And they do nothing with the perfect sacrificial lamb. Nothing. Till the Romans just got tired of his ass for all his teaching and carrying on and killed him in front of everybody. And you say you are delivered by his blood. You are delivered by his sacrifice? No, the Romans killed him. You only get deliverance and sanctification and so on from your sacrifice when you kill him, when an Israelite high priest killed him. I already showed in many videos long time ago. Something was missing from Calvary, from that sacrifice. An Israelite high priest was missing. Because the one who killed the sacrifice in the Old Testament was the Israelite priest. But the sacrifice was killed on Calvary by a Roman soldier who probably worshipped many gods from the Roman Empire, which was taken from the Greeks and taken back from way back Babylon and Egypt and so on. No Israelite high priest officiated that sacrifice or conducted that sacrifice. A heathen Roman soldier did it. Calvary's Messiah is jacked up.